They are joining shortly.
Okay. Uh, Good evening and namaste, everybody. Um, this is another educational, informational session that we will be having to mark the remembrance of the occupation of Balochistan and what happened on the fateful day of March 27, 1948. For those of you who are not aware, Balochistan occupies a small area in between Pakistan and Iran. Unfortunately, the people of Balochistan have never really had the right to self determination. They have been overrun by various forces at various periods of time in history, and their territory has been carved up and sandwiched between two warring ideologies in Pakistan and Iran. This makes the life of the Baloch people very difficult. By nature and by history, Balochistan had its history with Hinduism, with Buddhism, it's a pluralistic society. It has also adapted to Islamic influences. However, the true nature of the Baloch people have never been allowed to come into full freedom because of the oppression and the turmoil in the area that has been created since the creation of Pakistan, an artificial construct from colonial era that led to the upheaval of several lives in the Indian subcontinent. Since that fateful day in 1947, the area has known not one continuous time of peace. Not only Pakistan itself, but the areas neighboring Pakistan that didn't have the chance to fully determine what they wanted to do as part of history got trapped in a land that is ridden by hate and terrorism. Balochistan now stands as an occupied territory of Pakistan, where the freedom of the people are taken for granted and put down almost every day. For those of us that are fortunate enough to be living in the Western world where we have the freedom to speak up, we must use our voices and give our platforms to people like Naila Qadri, who will be a presenter in the later half of this program. I hope everybody listens intently and understands that there are people that are being oppressed by Pakistan's army, by terrorism. There are enforced disappearances. There are continuing human rights violations. And all of that is not getting a voice, even in developed nations such as ours, because the Pakistan lobby has extended its influence into various spheres of Western democracy. Therefore, we have to come together as a group, as a community, to support the voices and the people that are being lost in the turmoil through no fault of their own. I like to thank Mr. Zafar Sahido for arranging this discussion tonight, and I would like to welcome him to give his thoughts and introduce us into the topic of the discussion going forward. Zafarji, welcome and thank you.
Good evening from America. Namaskar, Paruji. Thank you for the glimpse of about the Balochistan, occupied Balochistan. I am from occupied Sindh. I am not Pakistani. Why I am so concerned about Balochistan? Balochistan is my country too. Like Sindh is my motherland, Balochistan is also my motherland, because half of population of Baloch people lives in Sindh and half of Sindhi population lives in Balochistan. That is the first reason. Second reason, we share common culture, history, and relations as a family. Third thing, that our oppressor or the occupier is Punjab dominated Pakistan, or Islamist terrorist ISI organization. These are few points. This why I am always concerned about independence of Balochistan, freedom of Balochistan, is I am concerned for the freedom of Sindhu Desh. Our struggle is not different. Our common enemy is not different. There's Punjab. There's Islamic groups, Talibans, the people who are used by Pakistan to promote terrorism, to destroy the culture of Indus Valley civilization. And they are continuously doing it. So that was the reason I tried to bring this topic today, the Black Day, which is 27th March 1948, when Pakistani military, Pakistani intelligence agencies gathered in Balochistan and they took over on an independent nation. Balochistan was a free nation. Balochs were a free nation. Balochistan was an independent country, and everyone know that Pakistan was created in 1947. So here the question rises that how it is possible that when Pakistan was declared, or it was created by British to in 1947, 14 August, which is also a black day for us, for Sindhi, Pashtun, and Baloch people. So we can understand, we can figure out the sensitivity of this matter from that point only. That Pakistan was created, or they call it independence of Pakistan, 14 August 1947. And the largest province I am saying, in the means of area wise, Balochistan is the largest province in area wise in Pakistan, although it has less population, but it is the largest province of Pakistan. So Balochistan was not the part of Pakistan, new state created for the Muslims. Balochistan was taken over. Balochistan, m- Punjabi military establishment, ISI intelligence agencies, they gone over there, they took over on Balochistan. Till last moment, Balochistan, even that time the king of Balochistan, they wanted to be part with India. They wanted to join India, but or they wanted to have their own independent country, because Balochistan's history is longest than this civilization, longest same as Indus Valley civilization. But Punjab wanted that area, Punjab wanted that land, Punjab wanted that whole territory, because they knew that Balochistan have a seaport. Only Sindh and Balochistan in Pakistan region, if you look in Pakistan current geography, you can find that only Balochistan has the seaports. Balochistan has direct link to the hot waters, means Arabian or Indian Ocean, and other was the Sindh. So they never wanted to lose that part. They never wanted to uh, give away that part. Even that time, the prince of Balochistan, he wrote to United Nation, he wrote to United Kingdom, he wrote to all the world that leave us like this. We don't want to be part of Pakistan. Help us out. We don't want to be part of this Islamist country, which is created on in the name of religion. And tomorrow they are going to kill us too, because our culture, our customs, our identity, our everything is different to them. But Pakistani military, Pakistani intelligence agencies, they saw a fortune. They saw that if they will not occupy the Balochistan, they are going to lose the gold, they are going to lose the hot waters, they are going to lose natural resources of a huge state, which is which is the largest state in Pakistan. Largest province in Pakistan is Balochistan. So they didn't want it to lose that opportunity. उनको कैसे भी ये धरती चाहिए थी। और इससे बड़ा जुल्म क्या हो सकता है कि आपकी कंट्री, योर कंट्री पाकिस्तान, विच हैज नो नेम, नथिंग, it never existed, and that country is occupying a historical nation, the historical nation of Mehergarh. If any person around the world, if they have listened to my podcast, they will understand
Oh, I think Zafarji's connection just got done. I see Professor Naila Kadri has joined us. Can you hear us okay, Professor Kadri?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So when you joined, Zafarji was going through the tumultuous history of the Baloch area and how it's been occupied, really. It's not a organic part of Pakistan in any shape or form. So while Zafarji rejoins our conversation, welcome. And if you would like to kind of continue where Zafarji left off in terms of Balochistan and Baloch people having their own identity and deserving their own nation, which was there before the formation of Pakistan, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Ms. Paro Sarkarji. Thank you, Zafarjan. Thank you for organizing this event and this talk. It's very important. And the day coming, the March 27th, where it was on 1948, there was a new country emerged out of nothing, out of nowhere, with with a with a, slogan of a religion, and this kind of thing was very new and very unacceptable for the people that a country can be in the name of religion. Countries, religions can change. Religions have been changed in the time of history, but your soil, your identity, your culture, your nationhood, it's something that can have many religions at the same time, or one religion, but religion can't be base to make a country and carve a country out of a huge civilized historic country of India. Actually, that was sad 1 year before in 1947. It was very sad, but it happened with the help of Zafarjan. You want to continue? I was.
Namaskar. Sorry, Jija. Whenever I do or I organize any program, they always messed up with my connections. So if you want to carry on, no problem, carry on. Otherwise, it's up to you. No problem.
Uh, okay. Actually, we can see Shahi Sadat Sab here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Welcome to Shahi Sada sir. Yeah.
Stadimashe. So,
He is muted. Ji.
yeah. Okay.
So I think we will go as
So we
per
let
schedule. We will go as per schedule. So I think let me give the welcome to you and Shahi Sadat ji, Shahi Sadat bhai, and then we will continue as per the speakers list and format.
so did you want to introduce Mr. Sadat Zafarji, since I don't see
Uh,
Shakina on yet?
Yeah, no problem. I will just give the welcome, and I think Shakila will join us shortly. If she didn't join, we can carry on. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing why it is important for me as a Sindhi nationalist, I believe that all nations, हम जितनी कौमें हैं, we all nation which are under slavery of same common oppressor, Punjab military, Pakistan military establishment. We don't have to only show the solidarity with each other, but we have to stand for each other. We have to celebrate our days together. We have to promote our culture together. And same time, मुझे ये भी हमेशा यानी लगता है कि जैसे सिंध में जितनी भी कौमें रहती हैं, मेन तो हमारी सिंधी कौम है, लेकिन जितनी हमारी कास्ट हैं, ज़ातें हैं या कबीले हैं, जैसे मंगसी हो गए, मरी हो गए, जो है आपके और बलोच, जितने भी हमारे पास कास्ट हैं, चांडियो हो गए, ये सभी सिंध में जो रहते हैं वो सिंधी हैं। इसी तरह जितने बलोचिस्तान में सिंधी रहते हैं वो बलोच हैं। हमारा ओरिजिन भले सिंधी या बलोच हो, लेकिन हमने कभी भी एक दूसरे के लिए महसूस नहीं किया कि ये बलोच है, ये सिंधी है, ये जो है यानी कोई डिफरेंस नहीं रहा। आज भी जितनी भी पॉपुलेशन सिंध में है, और इवन द हमारे जो कौमी लीडर्स रहे हैं वो सराय कुर्बान खावर देखे, जैसे देख लें, ही वाज मर्डर्ड बाय मिलिट्री एस्टेब्लिशमेंट। तो सिराई कुर्बान कावड़, ही इज आल्सो इन ए बलोच। तो हम हमारा हमेशा एक ही रहा है। या जो पश्तून, हमारे पास इतने पश्तून हैं जो पुराने सेटलर्स हैं, वो आज भी पठान लिखते हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअली दे स्पीक सिंधी एंड दे our they were the main characters in our Sindhi nationalist struggle. لیکن آج تک ہمارے پاس کوئی ایسا پنجابی نہیں ہے جو بولے کہ میں پنجابی نہیں ہوں اور پاکستانی نہیں ہوں اور میں سندھی ہوں. تو ہمارے پاس بہت یعنی کوئی اکا دکا یا ایک دو ایسے لوگ ہوں گے جو پنجابی پرانے سیٹلرس ہیں ہمارے پاس، وہ اپنے آپ کو بولیں گے. تو میرے لیے یہ بہت امپارٹنٹ تھا کہ نہ صرف آج سے، میں ہمیشہ کوشش کرتا ہوں کہ بلوچ اسپیشل ڈے کوئی بھی ہوتا ہے، وہ کسی ہمارے بلوچ لیڈر کا ڈے ہو یا کوئی بلوچ فگر ہو جس کو ہمیں پروموٹ اور ہائی لائٹ کرنا ہے، تو میری ہمیشہ کوشش رہتی ہے کہ ہم جو ہے ریپریزنٹیشن دیں اپنے بلوچ دوستوں کو، اور اس آواز کو دنیا تک پہنچائیں کہ ہم ایک ہی ساتھ ہیں اور ہمارا یہ اسٹرگل ایک ہی ہے. ایسے ہی اگر کوئی بھی پرابلم کسی ٹائم بھی پشتون دوستوں کے ساتھ یا پشتون قوم کے ساتھ اگر کوئی ہوتا ہے، تو میں ہمیشہ آگے رہتا ہوں. میں ہمیشہ کوشش کرتا ہوں کہ ہم ساتھ رہیں. حالانکہ there are differences in different things, but still as a nationalist I feel my duty, I feel my responsibility to not only bring the voice of Baloch people, but together bring the voice of Pashtun also. Not only Baloch or Pashtun, but any oppressed nation or any oppressed people, even the religious minorities ہوں یا ایون ٹرانسجینڈرس ہوں، کوئی بھی ہو، جو بھی پاکستان، پنجاب ڈومینیٹڈ پاکستان ملٹری اسٹیبلشمنٹ، یا جو اسلامسٹ ٹیررزم کا شکار ہے یا اسلامسٹ ٹیررزم کا وکٹم ہے، وی ہیو ٹو کم ٹوگیدر اینڈ we have to stand for each other. That's how we can get rid from this brutal terrorist organization which is called Pakistan. تھینک یو. میں اس کو آگے پھر کنٹینیو کروں گا. ابھی جو ہے ہم ڈاکٹر نائلہ قادری ہیں اور شاہی صاحب ہیں. تو شاہی صاحب ہمارے گریٹ انٹلیکچوئل ہیں. ہی از آتھر آلسو اینڈ ہی ریپریزنٹ امریکن پشتون سوسائٹی اینڈ ہی از پرومیننٹ اسپیکر. تو یہ ان کو انوائٹ کرنے کا مقصد میرا یہی تھا آج کے ایونٹ میں کہ جیسے وہ اپنے سالیڈرٹی اور اپنے ویوز اپنے بلوچ بھائیوں کے ساتھ اور ہمارے جو آپریسر ہیں پاکستان کے ان کے لیے وہ بات کر سکیں. میں ویلکم کرتا ہوں شاہی صاحب کو اینڈ ویلکم ٹو جیجا نائلہ قادری. And Paruji, thank you also to you for being always there for us and giving the voice for the people who don't have voice. تو ابھی بالکل ہم شاہی صاحب سے سنتے ہیں because he is driving some place, so let's listen to him. شاہی صاحب, welcome.
Thank you so much. I am driving too. I will be just give me 1 second. I thought we will have the event at 7 p.m. California time. So yeah, this is why I'm just stopping here on the side, and then
Yes,
I
please.
apologize. It's very
Yeah, take it
important.
take it easy, no
Yeah.
problem. Take it easy.
Thank you so much. Just we'll just stop here. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I would like to thank you for inviting me here. It's honor to be here. Um, I would like to, with a great human rights activist Naila Baloch Saab, Dr. Saab, and respected other guests. Do you hear my voice? Or
Yes.
oh, thank you. The at the end of the day, we are all human beings, and what I see with Baloch is it's a genocide. It's clearly genocide, and this genocide, this endless killing of Baloch, and this endless killing of Baloch has to stop. And the word, I wonder why the word is still silent. We see daily, every day, we hear something about Baloch. This is the daily death, daily killing, daily displaces, um, jail, and all these the target killing in everything. I think, Mr. Zafar also touched the issue that we all human right activists, or we are all trying to join each other. I think he's right. Like I said, at the end of the day, when I go to my home, I see my children, and I look in their eyes, and when I see a Balu child crying for their children, crying for their fathers, mothers, uh, it touches every human being. Uh, I I think the when the other day I saw this post about one of American congressmen. This was congressman, or who the Mr. Zafar um, tweeted also, and I've retweeted, and I wonder, really, really, I question who they are. If a person has a soul, if a person see their own family, they wouldn't talk that way. The way they prize the fascist and terrorist sponsoring state of Pakistan. This is this is more. It's I was really shocked. I was shocked, and I'm always shocked when I see this kind of comments by the government officials. Pakistan is the same state that today's the suffering of the United States, today that the United States lose the soft power is because of Pakistan. I told them many times, and I'm telling that openly again and again, that the American will know. They have to get out from the arrogance and look deeper what the Pakistan did to them. Losing in Afghanistan to a bunch of Pakistan's proxies, Taliban. This was a humiliation. This was an historical humiliation to the United States of America, to the great power that. And the second thing is, how many Americans lost their lives? How many thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands Afghan lost their lives? At the end, the Pakistan brought their proxies, the same proxies. They killed Afghans, they killed Americans, they killed Europeans, they killed every human being. And this is the same Pakistan that they're killing Baloch daily, and the whole world is watching. And this has to end. This must end. And we together with our Baloch, our Sindhi brothers, our Pashtuns, Afghan brothers, we can end that. We have to stand alongside Baloch, and to free them from the oppression from the fascist state of Punjab, Pakistan. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here. And I tell you that we will be always standing with our Baloch brothers and sisters, to our sister Naila Baloch. We will have in August, we will have a big events. I also invited Zafar brothers too. It will be like about 20,000 people we expect here in California, and we will also welcome you if you could make it. We will. It will be great. This will be, stage will be for you. This is the places that we can send our message to the world. These are the places that this is important, and this will be a historical event, because outside of Afghanistan, this will be the biggest crowd that will be gathered. Afghan, all Afghan Pashtun, both side of the different line. So I also invite you to raise the voice of the Baloch. Even if you cannot make it, I will raise the voice of the Baloch there too. We are all the same people. We are all the victims of the fascist and terrorist sponsoring state of Pakistan. Thank you so much. Thank you. I apologize that I was thinking this will be after 7. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zafar brother, for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I
You're
will be
welcome.
listening. I will be listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think Paruji, yeah, Paruji is there.
হ্যাঁ বলো। Hello. Oh, thank you so much. I guess Mr. Sadat has to leave. And we'll hear from him again in the future. And I think he has brought up a very, very painful and difficult point that is troubling not just the American citizens who are from Balochistan and who are from Sindhu Desh, but also normal Hindu Americans, normal, even Kashmir citizens of India who are coming here to say how well they're doing with the current government. We aren't able to get the attention of the American government because of Pakistani ISI proxies everywhere. So it creates a very difficult situation. So, Zafarji, I guess this is a good time to have Professor Kadri talk a little bit more and give us some history on um, the entire Balochistan movement and her background here in the States and how she is finding support or finding it difficult to find support in her academic role here in the States. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Zafarjan, Shai Sadat Sahab, and Ms. Paro, Sarkarji. It's very, very important um, uh, talk. When we talk about 27th
Hello.
March,
Hello. Habal. Okay. Okay.
Jijam, we can hear you. No problem. Go ahead.
okay. Um, what happened actually, um, the background of Baluchistan uh, that is um, that is not given properly in the social media or on if you surf on internet, you will find different wrong histories written by mostly the occupiers. Even in Wikipedia, what is written is not it's not correct. Baluchistan, the people of Baluchistan now, our number is touching to 60 million people, all Baluchs all around the world. Maybe more, but not less. And when in 1839, our first encounter with British happened, and they wanted to enter Afghanistan, and they wanted Baluch lands on lease to enter Afghanistan, Quetta and Bolan Pass. Um, Baluchs, they didn't like that, and that was the punishment they had to face. And there was a fight between Baluch and British armies, and the king of Baluchistan got killed during fighting. And the 13th November is the Baluch Remembrance Day all over the world. It's on that remembrance of our king and his fellows. He embraced martyrdom while fighting, while defending his motherland, Baluchistan. So Baluchistan was a country with it was kingdom. It has different parts like provinces, like Makran, Sarawan, Jalawan, and Las Bela. So these, uh, when British came, they after this war, Baluch and British had a treaty, an agreement, peace agreement, in which it was in 1840, and in that treaty, that is in the British record or in Baluchistan's record, both that British endorsed the sovereignty of Baluchistan as a free country. And after that, there were many contracts between Baluch and British. And in all these contracts, all these deals, lease agreements, British has endorsed the sovereignty. And he has done the British has done all the agreements with the king of Baluchistan, the government of Baluchistan. So Baluchistan was a country that was never a part of Afghanistan, that was never a part of Iran, it was never a part of India. We were neighbors and we had very good relations, especially our cultural and our civilizations. We had very soft borders, and our uh, the civilization of Mehrgarh, that is, according to French archaeologists, layer by layer at one place in Bolan, Baluchistan. It is from 11,000 to 25,000 years. Like humans, um, for so many decades, so many so thousands of years, they were uh, at one place, and it was a culture where there was geometry, where there was time measurement, where there was dentistry, there was pottery industry, uh, proto writing, symbols, seals, and trade. And these this civilization of Mehrgarh has traveled all around the world. You can find its memories in the oldest cities in Turkey. You can find oldest cities in Babylon, in India, Indus, and till Kumarinadu. So it's a civilization that connected us with India. Like it's the people have gone to these places to, and there were people to people contact, and we had a peaceful and we had a very nice life. What happened is when this colonization of Asia and Africa started, that has given so many deepest scars to the heart of humanity, that that healing their healing is very very difficult. Till now we are fighting to overcome. But the countries, the artificial countries, they are created in laboratories like Pakistan, they have turned into, because they had no history, they had no roots in people, they were created as a conspiracy to weak India and to keep a proxy in South Asia, to control all of us, to create to create miseries in our lives, to keep us weak, and to keep our resources going into these conflicts. Those were created by the lines like McMahon line, like Goldsmith line, like Durand line, like the line in on the heart of India in the name of this country. And the number of people who faced all that uh, traumas, death and killings and rape during the creation of that artificial country. It's a human tragedy. One of the biggest tragedies in human history was on was in 1947. But at that time, Baluchistan was not part of those riots. Baluchistan was not part of any of these things which were happening within India. Balochistan was an independent country, and when Pakistan was created, they sent letters to the king of Balochistan and to join Pakistan because we share same religion. That demand was uh, presented in our parliament, the House of Commons and House of Lords, and both the parliament houses rejected that um, uh, concept of joining Pakistan. Unanimously, it was rejected. Both of the houses rejected that Baluchistan is a country of thousands of years, of a civilization of thousands of years, and a country for about 700 years. Our Baluch identity is above anything, and we are not familiar with creating a country in the name of religion. If they want to live with their religious religion fellows, they can join Saudi, they can join other Islamic countries. They are already on the globe. They don't need to create a country. But if they have created, we do not want to part of that. So the annexation of Baluchistan in Pakistan was rejected by the government of Baluchistan. Then our elders, they got the information that Pakistan is planning to attack on Baluchistan, military invasion. And then um, the head of the House of Commons, Mr. Gosbakhsh Bizanjo, Mir Sahab, he's actually father of the modern Baluch politics also. And he went to India. He met Nehruji, and uh, the delegation, the Baluch government's delegation, met with Azad Sahab also, and they refused to help us. So Mir Bizanjo, he told Nehruji that Pakistan is planning to attack on Baluchistan, to occupy Baluchistan, and British has divided Baluchistan into so many parts in the name of their facilitation into our border disputes. They have bribed the tribal chiefs, and they have taken the signatures of tribal chiefs in favor of Pakistan. So the country of Baluchistan is gonna be in the hands of Pakistan if you will not support us. And this Pakistan is today a landlocked country. They don't have gold, and Jinnah has seen the gold reservoirs with Baluchistan because when he came as a lawyer and asking for help, the king of Baluchistan gave him gold equal to his weight and silver equal to his sister's weight, Fatma Jinnah. So they knew that Baluchistan has gold reservoirs. And number two, they knew that this longest coastline, without this, they will be a landlocked country. So for that, actually, they wanted Baluchistan at any price. And number two, they had support of British because the records we find that till 1956, Pakistan's army was under direct control of British. So Pakistan attacked on Baluchistan. It was a military attack, and they bombed. They rocketed the mosque, the royal mosque, a country which is created in the name of Islam. That country's army is bombing on the royal mosque of Baluchistan and royal palace of Baluchistan, and they arrested the king with the queen, and they took signatures of inclusion annexation with Pakistan under duress. That has no legal value. So that was a forced annexation, and from the day first, Baloch Nation stood against that. And before the creation, the announcement of Pakistan on 14 August, or it was 15 August. Afterwards, they started celebrating it on 14 August to show themselves a little earlier than India. But actually, on 11th August 1947, Pakistan's government and British government, they had a standstill agreement with the government of Balochistan, that the areas that British has taken from Balochistan on lease, those areas will be on standstill position, instead of, because in the agreements British signed with Baloch government, when they will leave, they will hand over those areas back to Balochistan. But instead of giving them back to Balochistan, there was a conspiracy under the table with the British and Pakistan. They had together, but they didn't show on the table, and they said, "We will leave it stand still. We are leaving, and then government of Balochistan and government of Pakistan will sit together and decide how what they will do with these areas." That was a trap for the government of Balochistan. But position of government of Balochistan was very weak at that time, because the Baloch Sardars were sold. And the embassy of Balochistan was in Pakistan. There was flag of government of Balochistan mm, on that building also. So it was like two different countries, two separate countries who, uh, and in that standstill agreement, there is a line that is signed by Pakistan and British both, that they endorse sovereignty of Balochistan. And afterwards, after 1 year, Pakistan invades Balochistan. They violates the international borders of Balochistan. It was occupation. And the younger brother of the king, um, Prince Abdul Karim Aga Khan, with his colleagues, they announced mm, freedom, fight for freedom. And they went into mountains to fight against Pakistan. And they went to Afghanistan afterwards. And then they asked to establish a government of Balochistan in exile, and they were asking help from India and from Afghanistan and from Soviet Union of that time, but they didn't get. And from that day till today, Baloch people are resisting against the illegal occupation of Pakistan on Balochistan. So Balochistan was never a part of that game, and Balochistan was never a part of Pakistan. And this is the responsibility of United Nations, and this is responsibility of all our neighbors, especially India, to help us, to stand with us. Now the situation is in Balochistan. This is 75th year of occupation. And in all those years, we are facing killing, enforced disappearances, rape, organ harvesting. We are deprived of education. We are deprived of health. We are deprived of housing. We are deprived of infrastructure. They have kept us underdeveloped, and they are just looting our resources. They have sold one of our gold mine. It was um, around $3 trillion gold that was given to China, the Sender gold mine, and China has stolen that gold without consensus, without any consensus of Baloch people. And then another gold mine of Balochistan, Rekodek, Pakistan has sold to another company, Barrick Gold, that is based in Canada, but basically they are from South Africa. Balochistan's port, many ports of Balochistan are occupied by Pakistan Navy, and one of the port they have sold to China on a secret contract. Nobody knows what they have written. But from the day first, Baloch people, Baloch organizations, Baloch leadership, we have from the day first have announced and declared clearly that we are not responsible for any deal Pakistan is making with anybody because Balochistan is an occupied country and nobody has the right to make any deal in the name of Balochistan. So if they have made any deal, it's their own responsibility. It's their on their own risks. We are not responsible for any deal what Pakistan is making with China or Barrick Gold or whatever. We are very much thankful to the people of India. The government of India is not supporting Baloch people as they should support us. They should stand us with in United Nations. They should stand us on ground. But people of India, they love us. People of India, we have always uh, absorbed love and support from the people of India. And we are thankful to the people of Afghanistan. In all bad times, in all hard times, people of Afghanistan have always loved us and always stood with the people of Balochistan. And we are very thankful to the people of Sindhu Desh. People of Sindhu Desh have always supported Baloch people. We are together on ground, in mountains, and in the international forums for our freedom. And that is, the people of occupied Kashmir, Pakistani occupied Kashmir, they are also standing with us. We have their support too. And it's very beautiful that oppressed nations, oppressed people are together. And this is a conspiracy that we should understand that they are trying to create conflicts and fights in between Baloch and Pashtun, Baloch and um, sorry, uh, Baloch and Pashtuns, Baloch and Sindhi people, and our other neighbors. We should understand this, and we should teach our people that our unity is the basic factor that will undo this uh, this artificial country. Pakistan all already has expired. It has gone through its shelf life. What was made in the laboratory, in the British laboratory, it has gone through. It has now the ideology of Pakistan. What they say, it was drowned in the Bay of Bengal in 1971. The majority of the Pakistanis were Bengalis. Pakistan was actually made in Bengal. And these Bengalis, they have rejected that Pakistan that they saw and they left it. They went through a genocide. They went through the world's one of the world's biggest genocide that needs recognition. That needs world's recognition today. And now, what is Pakistan? Three districts. Three districts which belong to Khalsa. They belongs to six. Lahore and Sialkot and Gujranwala in these areas, they are Sikh people's places. They are not Pakistan. Sindhu Desh doesn't want to live. Pashtuns, they don't want to live under this Punjabi supremacy. Baluchistan was never part of Pakistan. So what is Pakistan? This cancer that cannot survive without international um, funding. They just go and beg in the name of different things. They kill Pashtun people and they show that there is terrorism on them. They kill them. There is no terrorism from anywhere else. Pakistan is the nursery of terrorism. Pakistan is the hatchery of terrorism. The world must undo Pakistan if we really need uh, peace on this globe. And Baluchistan deserves liberation. Baluchistan deserves its independence again. And this 27 March, uh, we all together, we promise to ourselves and we promise to the freedom, the word freedom we promise, and we promise to our motherland and our people and our martyrs that we shall continue our struggle. We shall march towards our liberation and we shall get it.
Thank you so much, Professor Kadri. I also want to ask, in trying to get your message out and spread the gospel in America, have you gotten any support to hold educational conferences on the plight of Baloch people in academic institutions?
No, not at all. In all North America, US and Canada, no such support. No such support is provided. Not to hold any
And
academic conferences, not for any parliamentary hearings, not on civil society level. Baloch issue is always suppressed, and it was always ignored and underplayed.
mhm. And how many people would you say are from the area, the occupied Balochistan, that have made it to uh, United States? How large is the community of people from your area?
Actually, there was a bill presented in the Congress for the liberation of for the independent Balochistan by Mr. John Aurora Becker. It was, I think, in 2012 or 2011. Mm, but no such progress was observed on that. Mm, yeah.
So in 2012, there was some attempt made to get a resolution for the recognition of the independence of Balochistan. Is that what you're saying? And what
Yeah.
happened? We didn't get sponsors to move that forward, or there was opposition.
Um, the way it should be taken on, uh, I think the resources, um, what happened, or the manipulation of these ISI, maybe they worked.
Mhm.
And we don't have, um, we have very strong enemies who want Baluchistan without Baluch people. They want our land and our ports and our gold.
Right.
They don't want
Yeah.
Baluch people. They are very powerful and they're very serious in suppressing our voices. But on the other hand, we don't have friends, we don't have allies, we don't have supporters. Whatever
Mhm.
is going on in Baluchistan or outside Baluchistan is done by Baluch people. We don't have supporters.
I think this is very serious, and I have to say that it's been a learning experience for me. And precisely as you have mentioned, there is no information that's shared with the larger world. And, large publications like New York Times or Washington Post, um, they carry a lot of rubbish news articles, but never the important things like what is happening in Balochistan and Sindh. We have seen, at least the few of us that are following various news outlets, many of the prominent news persons are of Pakistani origin or are backed by Pakistani people, which makes it even more difficult. And it's a sad state of affairs for journalism that it has come to that. I'd like to hear a little bit from Mr. Sadat if he's able to. I don't know if he's still driving,
Yeah,
but
thank
if
you.
you're in a safe place, you can, if you could also let us know that as you have tried to reach out to people, what has been the biggest barrier?
Thank you so much for asking for the question. I think if you see here, I give you an example. Asim Bajwa has like here 200 Papajan restaurants. Rob Baloch, Rob Pashtun, and Rob all these people. These guys, basically, if you see the other General Kiani, the killer, or Musharraf, or Bajwa, these killers, they all invested their money here and here are in the Europe. And what they do is they hire lobbyists, powerful lobbyists. And if you see in this country, the lobbyists can do a lot. There was one incident, they wanted to take some money for Pakistani military, $400 million, I guess, and they spent $60 million on lobbyists to get that money. So the thing is, one of the biggest one of the biggest problem is that like when I said American lost soft power is because these lobbyists manipulate or buy people there, and there's different, they provide different gifts in a term of bribery in different way, you know. So this is why the Baluch voice is suppressed. They cannot be heard because those guys are like, see, like me, a person like Zafar or Zafar Saab or Dr. Saab Naila. How many jobs we can give provide here, or how much money we can give to these politicians to be elected? So nothing, you know. So this has just become like totally, you know, this whole thing become. There was a Pakistani businessman. He was funding a Democrat election and funding that or Joe Biden's election. All these things. This is why Joe Biden always says that Pakistan is strategic allies. When I hear that, and when I see how many American they killed through these proxies, how many NATO forces, how many Afghans, how many Baloch, how many Sindhis. So it's just shocked me. It's just so disappointing. So this is the reason that you know, money talk here. Everything is about money.
Yeah.
Humanity is
Yeah.
just a slogan. Humanity is just a slogan. If it was really about humanity, human rights, Baloch deserve it. Baloch would be the first here. And if it's
Hmm.
really about terrorism, Pakistan is the nest of terrorism. There are all these,
Yes.
the whole, there are 45,000 madrasas to, to brainwash children's. So on the one side, these Western talking about those terrorism slogan, they're debating the drums to fighting terrorism, but on the other side they're funding the same state that create terrorism. So this is why the narrative of the West failed. This is why no one trusts them anymore. This is why the China realized that they can enter. This is the why they are taking advantages of the situation. So this is the reason. This is why sometimes I even told people that those who lobbied for Pakistan, those American, they should be all arrested, honestly, because they influenced others, and this is why Americans failed today. America failed because the way they've pulled out from Afghanistan, the war side, no one can trust them anymore. They failed. So thank you so much. I hope I answered your question. So, and one thing I believe that we all together can make a big difference. Baloch, Sindhi, Pashtuns, and we can put all our resources together because we don't have so much resources individually. So if we come together and we support each other, this way we can reach somewhere. Our voice can be heard somewhere. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Very eloquently placed, and a lot of pain. And I'm feeling that pain and that frustration. And I'm also trying to put myself in the shoes of citizens who still have maybe their Islamic faith, but cannot speak out against terrorism because of this branding of Islamophobia. And it's not only difficult for non Muslims to raise their voice, it is difficult for people who come from a predominantly Muslim region to get justice and get that voice. So it is a extremely serious concern from a human rights perspective that a large number of people, Muslim or non Muslim, are being silenced with a branded word called Islamophobia. And it's making it very difficult for everyone. I do hope to reach out to some of the groups that I'm working with and make sure that this message does get to Washington and more people see it. That's all I can do from my part. And hopefully, when we reach out to you again to lend your voice, as you have done many, many times, I hope that you will feel disheartened or tired. We're there with you. It's a long journey, but now you at least have one more person um, that's going to walk with you. So that's all we can promise. But we are also trying to ramp up advocacy in Washington D.C. and we will make it a priority that voices such as yours also get heard.
Can I
Zafar?
add one thing? I'm sorry, I would like to add one thing. And the other day, I had a room with a Indian, uh, with the Indian scholars. This is the thing: if the India or American are silent, what's going on in Balochistan? If they cannot see the 500,000 of population of Afghanistan, women crying for help for education. And today, in every corner, they're building madrasas in Afghanistan. When the state of Pakistan is turning these our people, my people, to zombies, American is responsible, British are responsible, in the Punjab state is responsible, and all the world who keep silent, they're responsible. And one thing, today they might kill us, but tomorrow they will come after every one of you.
Mhm.
Everyone. They will reach to India. They need telephone. They don't have to go there. They
Mhm.
need technology. They can brainwash their people and turn them zombies and turn them against India. And this is exactly Pakistan is doing. They're burning the region. They're burning the world. Like Naila Baloch said that they're creating proxies after proxies and destroying humanity. This has to stop. And this fire will burn their home too. This is my message to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Zafarji?
Thank you, Paruji. Thank you, Shahi Sahab and Professor Naila Kadri Sahaba. Is Shahi Sahab said, and is Dr. Naila Kadri bring out the issue about Balochistan, because our focus today was uh, invasion of Balochistan, which was an independent country, and it happened on March 27, 1948, after creation of Pakistan. So any sensible person can understand this thing, that Balochistan was not part of Pakistan. Same way, till today, millions of Pashtuns are killed. They are enforced, disappeared. Their women were sold out everywhere around the world. And what is happened with these people, we can understand. Okay, this is the current situation in with Pashtun and Baloch. Our Sindhi 55 key leaders were killed by these military establishment, just because we asked for our sovereignty, we asked for our right to self determination, and which is our natural right. Okay, the same thing if you look in Pakistani occupied Kashmir, what they are doing over there since its creation of Pakistan, how many times they have attacked Kashmir. Okay, come out from the Kashmir, look at the Bangladeshi people. Today they are doing 100 times better than Pakistan, but what this military they did with them, it was a is Naila Qadri ji said that it was the biggest genocide in South Asia region. But nobody, especially the champions of human rights, United Nations or Western countries or US or all these countries, nobody recognize it. Why? What is the reason behind these things? Why they are all the time trying to come up and support Pakistan? Because there is no country Pakistan, there is no nation Pakistani. It is just a organization, organization of terrorists, which are used time by time by time by time since its creation. Like how Dr. Naila Qadri said that Baloch people didn't wanted to go in the fight with Russia or Afghanistan on the orders of British, but these Punjabis they did it. India didn't do that, or even not a Sindhi, not a single Sindhi was there to fight with socialist or communist, whatever you say, that region of to stop the communism. But it was only the Punjabis. I don't have problem with any Punjabi. I don't have problem with humanity. I don't have any problem with any human being. But come on, stop
Actually, Zafarjan, they are not
converting people, stop
Punjabis
killing people,
even. They are
stop
not Punjabis. We call them
this supremacy.
The
Sakarji,
Khalsa,
Naila,
the real genuine Punjabis, they are very nice people. They are the Indian. They are very brave people. They have played a very great role in rescuing Bangladeshi people in Indian army from the rapist army of Pakistan. But these converted and what kind of people they are, they who are responsible for killing of Hindu Punjabis and Sikh Punjabis during riots. These are the people we should give them a name. We call them Panjuk actually. So our Khalsa friends, they shouldn't feel bad. I don't know who they are, but they are monsters.
जीजा देखें, मैं एक सिंपल बात ये समझता हूँ, what simple way I understand the things that Punjabis of Pakistan, Punjab, okay, who are continuously carrying out genocide of Sindhi, Baloch, and Pashtun people. They are continuously suppressing us. They are exploiting us, and now, like you said, Balochistan gold, Balochistan natural resources are given to China. This the same thing is happening in Sindh. Our coastal line is given to China, our port is given to China,
Mm.
and our Tharkoil, which is the seventh largest reserve of the world, that is also given to China. China is running the show over there, and the local people they are dying because of hunger. So When I'm talking about Punjab, Punjab means Pakistan dominated Punjab and the military of Pakistan and military establishment, which is
I think Zafarji's connection is fading in and out. Um, so, um, Nailaji, if you can share a few more thoughts and um, before Zafarji concludes, um, how to how many opportunities have you had to go anywhere, and if there are resources like historical books that we can refer people for more information. And because like I said, until Zafarji really plugged me into the Balochistan people's plight through my interactions with you, I have to say I was very ignorant. And on behalf of my former country of India and my current country of America, I have to agree that I am extremely disappointed in both the government's lack of will to solve this problem. One is the largest democracy in the world, the other is the most powerful democracy in the world. And for both of these to turn or be kind of deaf to the cries of the Baloch people is unthinkable. Zafarji, I was just mentioning to Nailaji that we need a little bit more education, some resources, some books, and maybe some more formal presentations on the history, because I myself am learning how terrible the situation is, the scale of it, and then we can write and we can also get the word out. So we need to document everything that has been experienced by people like Professor Naila Kadri, people like Mr. Sadat, and we need to make sure that we compile all their information, their testimonies, and present it to the officials.
I am totally agree, and I have always tried to reach out to everyone. I have always tried to reach out all oppressed nations who are oppressed by Pakistan, Punjab dominated Pakistan, and military establishment. Not only the historical nations occupied by Pakistan, but even the religious groups and different ethnicities. So we will keep working on these things. We will try our best to reach out the local governments. Even yesterday, you remember, I posted something about Pakistan Day. U.S. government, House of Representatives, they are going to present the bill or something to recognize
Yeah,
Pakistan Day, which is totally a ignorant action. Like
absolutely, absolutely.
the
Yeah,
congressman who is some who bring out this bill, he's a well educated person, he is an academic person, and I am shocked that how a well educated person who has given his all life in the education and awareness, how he is how he is trapped by Pakistani lobbyists and Pakistan embassy. So he is going to recognize the day. And when you listen the history from Dr. Naila Kadri, or when we are talking about resolution of Lahore resolution in 1940, 23rd March, which is completely different, and there was no Pakistan. There was not a single name of Pakistan till 1947. So how it comes that you are the American House of Representatives, they are going to bring this recognizing this day? Is kind of ignorance, really. It's strange how what is this approach, what kind of this approach is, or
And
why they
exactly.
want to give the oxygen to a dying Pakistan, which only compromises with three districts. They said there is no Pakistan. There was no before Pakistan. There is now no Pakistan. It's a just an organization and a Islamist group organization. So always they are just rented by different whoever has given the money. Like even if you look in recently in Qatar World Cup, Pakistani army, they rented Pakistani army over there. Or if you look
Mhm.
in Saudi events, like they are the rental army. They are the proxies, missionaries. Today, what China is doing, China is just hiring them, just giving them the bond to bark on India. They said this the Pakistan, and the people who are sitting here in power, and they are the world's largest powerful democracy. They are recognizing a day which never existed. Come on, give us break. Stop
I think
this
here,
nonsense. We
hmm,
Sindhi, Baloch, Pashtun, we people of Mehergarh civilization, we people of Indus Valley civilization, we people of great history and roots. We want to live. We want a prosperous life, not only for us, but for everyone. We have never attacked anyone. We are attacked 1100 times. We are attacked always. And still today we are under attack. Sorry, my internet every time they are trying to shut it up, and I'm again trying to switch it, and again trying to join us. So they are very strong. They always do the same tricks with my connection. Normally it never goes, but whenever I do the program, they always do these things. So it's okay, and. Again, what we can do, we only can appeal United Nation, we only can appeal US, we can only appeal the civilized nations of Europe and UK and everyone, especially India. And unfortunately India is not supporting anyone against Pakistan, but Dr. Naila Kadri said one thing good, that we love all Indian people who are our brothers, who are our sisters, they are our friends, and they always come forward and they love us, they help us out because they know that our roots, our history, and our culture is the same. So one day, hopefully, like Bangladesh got their freedom, we Sindhi, Baloch, Pashtun people will also get our freedom and get rid of this king of terrorism, Pakistan. Thank you, Paruji. Thank you so much.